Hello everybody, it's Glitter Informer and welcome to the most surprising episode ever of Meitantei Pretty Cure. Seriously, I was absolutely blown away by the shocking twist at the end of this episode. You guys had better be sitting down or holding on to your hats for this one, because it's going to make your mind explode. I mean, just wait until you hear the big reveal of this episode. It's going to give you a heart attack. Got your defibrillators ready, everyone? Alright, it's time for me to tell you the huge plot twist of episode 25. This whole time, the true identity of Cure Eclair was Kurea Howa, the baker girl! Who could have seen that coming? Alright, enough with the sarcasm. Before we start on the episode proper, let's revisit the Meitantei Pretty Cure official website. It's been a while, you know? The first thing that happens when you pop on over there is you get this pop-up saying, "Thanks for sleuthing." Click the pop-up, and you're taken to the webpage that used to have that poll where you could vote for who you think Cure Eclair was. Unlike the Meitantei website proper, the Who is Cure Eclair page has an English version. That'll make things easier for me. As you'd expect, the webpage says that the voting period is over, and Cure Eclair was Kurea the whole time. Who could have seen that coming? It also lists the totally not obvious clues that were there all along. 1. Kurea was able to enter the field where the Pretty Cures do battle. The English version of the page erroneously says this occurred in episode 22, but it actually first happened in episode 23. The Japanese version gets this correct. 2. Whoever Cure Eclair was, she used to work at the Kyoto Detective Agency with Luluka. Luluka talked with Shiraku, the famous actress, completely normally, but was noticeably flustered around Kurea. It's almost like Luluka knows her. 3. Remember Shushutan, Cure Eclair's fairy partner, who appeared on the main website and on this page? Kurea had a scrunchie that's the same color as Shushutan. Turns out this whole time, the scrunchie was actually Shushutan all along, who took the form of a seemingly ordinary article of clothing in order to watch over Kurea until she regained her memories. Okay, I'll admit that I actually didn't notice that last clue. The scrunchie is really small and hidden behind Kurea's back most of the time. But it makes sense. If Pochutan could turn into a pouch, why wouldn't Shushutan be able to turn into a scrunchie? Oh, and here's a Japanese fun fact. Pochi is Japanese for pouch, and Shushu is Japanese for scrunchie. That's where their names come from. Also, I was wrong about the reason Kurea was able to enter the field. I thought it was because she was a Pretty Cure and only cures can go into the field. But according to this webpage, Kurea was able to go inside because she was with a fairy. That might also explain why Anna and Mikuru were able to still be there with Niji in the Hanida in episode 1. Perhaps the field did exist even back then, and those two at the time ordinary girls got through because Pochitan was with them. After the list of clues, the poll results webpage contains a pie chart showing what percentage of votes were for which character. Surprisingly, even though Kurea got a majority of the votes, it's still a pretty slim majority. We aren't breaking the filibuster with this one, guys. I know I and a few others were complaining about the Cure Eclair reveal being way too obvious, but if this many people were fooled into voting for one of the other candidates, maybe it wasn't that bad after all. Perhaps I'm just that smart. One more fun fact before we return to the main website. According to the Pretty Cure wiki, while the poll was active, you could find this hidden ASCII art of Shushutan if you looked at the source code. Since the poll is closed, this ASCII art is now only accessible through a screenshot on the wiki. But now that the poll is closed, there's a new piece of ASCII art in the source code. It's Shushutan again, but this time from the back. As a computer science degree holder with experience in HTML, I absolutely adore this Easter egg. It's perfect for a mystery-themed season. Okay, let's head over to the website proper, particularly the characters section. Cure Eclair had a page on here from the very start, but up until episode 25 aired, she just had a bare-bones description. And of course, only her Pretty Cure form was shown, not her civilian form. Now that it's no longer a secret, Kurea has front, side, and back images of her civilian form. Finally, we get to see her outside of her patisserie uniform. There actually is a third section of her character page that shows the patisserie uniform, but it's only from the front. This makes Kurea the only one out of the 4 Pretty Cures to have 3 sections instead of 2. Kurea also has a description now. I mean, she did before, back when she was in the supporting characters section, but now it's longer. The description says, a 16-year-old working as a pâtissière at Patisserie Chuchu. After regaining her memories, she's been revived as Cure Eclair. She seems graceful and ladylike, but has a strong personality at her core. She's the type to draw conclusions using her strong perceptiveness and intuition. She treasures her inner sparkle. Also, her birthday is August 10th. Just so you know. By the way, when Kurea was talking in episode 23 about following her inner truth or whatever, that was a pretty loose translation on Crunchyroll's part. What she was actually saying was that she was following her own kirameki, or sparkle. But honestly, that makes even less sense than what Crunchyroll went with. What does one's own sparkle even mean? Anyway, now that Kurea is listed in the Pretty Cure subsection, the supporting characters subsection doesn't have Kurea in it. But Kurea isn't the only new update to the website. Shushutan's page has gotten a glow up too. Before episode 25, Shushutan's page only said they were Cure Eclair's fairy partner. It was even more bare bones than Cure Eclair's page originally was. But now, Shushutan's bio is as follows. Cure Eclair's fairy friend. A very well-informed knowledge fairy. During the time Kurea had lost her memories of being a pretty cure, Shushutan continued watching over her in the form of a scrunchie. She loves Kurea a lot and has the personality of a spoiled child. Her favorite food is cream puffs. So now we have been introduced to a new type of fairy. We're now up to space-time fairies, fortune-telling fairies, and knowledge fairies. I wonder what's next. And holy heckaroni, we are almost 2 pages into the script, and I haven't even started discussing the actual episode. If I'm going to have any hope of getting this video out before episode 26 airs, I'm going to have to speed up the pace. So first of all, this show tries to actually not have the Cure Eclair mystery be super obvious, because it tries to make Kurea seem like a red herring. See, Anna and Mikuru explain their plan to look for Cure Eclair without actually revealing the whole Pretty Cure thing to Kurea, and Kurea's like, well, we know it's not me because I've sniffed a bunch of lilies over at the patisserie and I'm not getting any memories back. But I was still convinced that it was Kurea because episode 23 would make no sense otherwise. And then, they get a calling card from Luluka. See, over at the Phantom Thieves' lair, Luluka is not happy about Uso Noir using Cure Eclair's transformation Makoto Jewel to enact the Doomsday Prophecy. So she comes up with a plan to actually join up with the other 2 Pretty Cures and fight against Uso Noir. Wowee, are we finally starting the Cure Arcana Shadow Redemption arc? Okay, she's trying to lure Anna and Mikuru over to where Uso Noir is going to do his thing with the Makoto Jewel. So then why does she not directly say in the calling card, this is exactly where Uso Noir is going to be? What she actually does is cryptically hint at Uso Noir's location with a riddle. Why would she make it so there's even a possibility that they wouldn't be able to solve the mystery and show up? But whatever. They figure it out and they show up and all 3 team up in transform, and it still takes 3 freaking minutes because they refuse to cut the transformation sequences down ever. And that's where we get into the meat of this episode. Episode 13 set a high bar for this episode to clear. Not only did it have by far the best animation in this whole season, but it established Uso Noir as an extremely powerful villain. He had incredibly strong attacks, he could manipulate reality, and his power level was so great that it was at risk of destroying the entire world. Cure Answer and Cure Mystique couldn't do a thing against him, and Cure Arcana Shadow could only just barely block his attack. Literally the only reason our heroes came out of that fight alive is because Uso Noir let them live. Now that the prophesied date has come, Uso Noir has no reason to hold back anymore. So surely, this is going to be an Avengers-level threat and a fight of cosmic proportions. Right? Well, first of all, the animation quality is just as good as episode 13, so that's really good. But here's where we get to my first major problem with the episode. They nerf Cure Arcana Shadow hard. Up until this point, nobody has been able to lay a finger on Cure Arcana Shadow. The closest anyone got is when Cure Answer managed to make contact with her magical rod in episode 15. But here, after an admittedly really neat 3v3 with the Cures against Niji, Goemon, and Agasen, Uso Noir just shoots 2 piddly laser beams at the girls, and they all get instantly slammed into the wall and taken out for a good couple minutes. Arcana Shadow gets defeated in a near instant. Compare this to episode 13, where she successfully blocked a direct punch from the guy. Sure, she visibly struggled against him, but she held her own. As for episode 25, Pure Arcana Shadow is now made out of paper skin and glass bones for the whole thing. She's depicted as being no more powerful than the other two Pretty Cures, even though the entire show leading up to this point has established that she's way more powerful than them. So they did my favorite cure this season dirty. That sucks. Okay, but since they made the heroes all weak sauce, that at least means Uso Noir is powerful and menacing, right? About that. Right before he does his thing with the Makoto Jewel, Uso Noir finally takes off his mask and reveals his true form. And he's a cute little fairy, just like that Senpai Pochitan and Mashitan. We did already know the Phantom Thieves Guild was made up of evil fairies, but even still, having the huge dramatic moment where Uso Noir envelops the world in lies, being done by a tiny little talking dog, is really hard to take seriously. And the show plays the scene completely straight, too, not a hint of comedy. It absolutely kills the menacing aura that episode 13 firmly established. But hey, he's about to do the thing with the Makoto Jewel and become an unstoppable reality warper. And what does the Makoto Jewel do? It turns him into a skyscraper-sized dog monster. But now he can't control his powers. Turns out, Cure Eclair's Makoto Jewel is actively fighting him. That's probably why he didn't want to use it. So instead of actively fighting our heroes like in episode 13, Uso Noir just uncontrollably shoots lasers everywhere, even putting his own underlings in harm's way. But hey, he's become a force of nature now, so this could still make for a really good fight scene like in episode 13, except remember, this episode is about Cure Eclair, so we end up not even seeing most of the fight scene. Instead, most of the second half of the episode focuses on Pochitan trying to get the perfume Jet Senpai made to whoever Cure Eclair is so she can regain her memory. Our three Pretty Cures end up getting defeated by Uso Noir entirely off-screen. Look, I get that the Cure Eclair mystery is indispensably important to this episode. I'm not saying to cut it out, but maybe they could have made room for the epic confrontation between Uso Noir and the other three Pretty Cures. Perhaps, I don't know, by cutting down the transformation sequences so they don't take 3 freaking minutes? So, all 4 of the Cure Eclair candidates make appearances in this episode, but Shiraku and Ariza don't do anything important, so we can skip them. Pochitan ends up meeting up with Rei and Kurea, who happen to be in the same spot. Both of them are booking it towards the fight scene. Rei's doing it because she wants to protect Pochitan even if she isn't a Pretty Cure, and Kurea's doing it because that's what her inner sparkle or whatever is telling her to do. But, oh no! Uso Noir has summoned a huge gust of wind, and it sends both Pochitan and the perfume flying. Rei manages to catch Pochitan and push in her fault, which is really nice. I like that she gets to be useful even though she doesn't get to be a main character. Kurea, on the other hand, tries to catch the perfume, and fails. The perfume bottle shatters against the ground, and the perfume is lost forever! So now all hope of finding Cure Eclair in time to stop Uso Noir is completely lost, and it's all Kurea's fault. So she starts crying, and this is the first time we actually see Kurea genuinely struggle with something. It's also the first time we see her actually fail at anything. They finally decided to make her the least bit interesting just in time for her to officially join the team. Well, now that everything's ruined, what happens now? Well, now that the perfume spilled all over the ground, Kurea is actually able to smell it for the first time. And then she gets all her memories back. And it's supposed to be an emotional scene, but we don't know much about any of the stuff she's suddenly flashing back to, nor do we know much about Kurea as a person even now. But we do find out why this perfume worked, but the lilies in Kurea's shop didn't. Turns out the lilies at the Kyoto Detective Agency are a special breed of lily developed by humans and fairies working together. Also, Shushutan reveals herself. But I already went over the whole scrunchy thing, so let's move on. So, Kurea finally shows up. She's all graceful and her hair's flowing in the wind and stuff, but she says, "Sorry I'm late," and it's honestly really cool. Also, her transformation Makoto Jewel magically flies towards her, so I guess the other three Cures won't have to fight to get it back. But Uso Noir's still a giant monster somehow, even without the source of his power. So you'd think that Luluka would be really happy now that Kurea's Makoto Jewel is safe and sound and her memories have returned, right? But no. She grimaces and looks away once Kurea arrives. What is she so upset about? I have no idea. It seems like yet another mystery related to her. I'm getting the feeling that her joining up with the other Cures isn't going to be a permanent thing. Since we just got a new party member in the form of Cure Eclair, my guess is that Cure Arcana Shadow won't finish up her redemption arc until about 3/4 of the way through the season. And right before Kurea transforms into Cure Eclair once and for all, the episode ends. So that leaves me wondering, how the heck is next episode even gonna work? From the next episode preview, it seems like Cure Eclair is just gonna take down Uso Noir all by herself, because she's just that ridiculously strong. So where is the tension going to be for the second half of the show? If the main villain of the whole season is KO'd by a single Pretty Cure, what reason is there to be worried at all what he'll do in the future since there are 4 total Pretty Cures? Even if Cure Arcana Shadow joins back up with him, this episode drastically lowered her power level, so Cure Eclair could probably solo Cure Arcana Shadow too. At this rate, the only way the show could have any stakes left is for one of the following to happen. 1. Cure Eclair also gets completely nerfed for no reason so that the bad guys can actually be a threat. 2. A completely new villain is introduced, so there goes all that time building up Uso Noir as a huge existential threat. I mean, I had my doubts about episode 13 originally too. So who knows, maybe episode 26 will surprise me and stick the landing. But for now, we're left with a mixed bag of an episode. Kurea is giving us more than nothing, so that's cool, but Cure Arcana Shadow is a wimp now, and Uso Noir is a cute little puppy dog who can't control his powers and will probably be single-handedly defeated by a high schooler. So yeah, I'll see you all next week for Cure Eclair's first on-screen transformation and fight sequence. We'll see how it turns out. Bye-bye!